everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball. We got hello everybody, and welcome. Got the Yankees traveling to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And here's the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Leading off, playing center field is Rivers. Batting second, doing the DH is White. Batting third, playing right field is Munson. Batting fourth, playing first base is Chambliss. Batting fifth, playing third base is Nettles. Batting sixth, playing left field is Thompson. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Stanley. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Heath. Batting ninth, playing second base is Doyle. And on the mound for the Yankees is Beattie. Now for the Chicago White Sox, we got leading off, playing left field, Marinado. Batting second, playing DH is Gar. Batting third, playing second base is Orta. Batting fourth, playing first base is now Denardi. Batting fifth, playing right field is Washington. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Colburn. Batting seventh, playing center field is Cruz. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Kessinger. Batting ninth, playing third base is Bell. And on the mound, doing the pitching is Francisco Burris. Let's get down to Comiskey. Get this game started. And to lead it off for the Yankees is Mickey Rivers, batting 265 with 6 homers and 34 RBIs. And Francisco making his 20th start, his 21st appearance. He's 4-11 with a 3.78 ERA. And here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a base hit. So Mick starts this game off with a leadoff single. So Rivers down at first. Roy White comes to the plate, and they're going to do a little hit and run. And White's batting 256 on the year with 4 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be, he's off on his own. That'll be a 30 as White misses the pitch. Let's see here. That'll be a 56 or lower. Rivers is safe, and he's in there with a stolen base. So now you got a runner in scoring position, nobody out for Roy. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Washington's got a pretty good arm out there. 45-1 will be fielding column 3. And we'll have to re-roll a dice. That'll be a 3. That'll be a 36. He's going to stay put. Rivers not going nowhere with 1 out. And the big boy's coming up. Munson comes to the plate. Munson is batting 290 on the year with 5 homers and 48 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 7th. Might not be a ground ball. No, that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd. Bell makes the catch. And there is now 2 down. So take a 2-out base hit by Chris Chambliss. Chambliss batting 248 with 7 homers and 56 RBIs. Yankees like to see him heat up here. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. So the leadoff batter goes nowhere, stops at second. Yankees nothing. White Sox coming to the plate. And Molinaro followed by Gar and Orta. And Boggs batting 240 with 2 homers and 14 RBIs. And Jim Beattie pitching. This is his 11th start of the year. 12th appearance. He's 6-2 with a 3.62 ERA. As Aaron Reed joins us here, check out his great channel. Did not know that. Aaron Reed said Turner passed away. Did not know that. Ted was a great guy. So a 36, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jim strikes him out for out number 1. And Ralph Garr comes to the plate. batting 309 with 6 homers and 30 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Thompson makes the catch for out number 2. And Orta comes to the plate. Orta batting 284 with 13 homers and 55 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. And the White Sox go 1-2-3. To the top of the second we go. No score. You got Nettles due up, followed by Thompson and Stanley. Nettles is batting 294 with 19 homers and 60 RBIs. Now that's going to be a comebacker. Francisco's got it, comes up with it, fires over to first for out number 1. And now you got Mr. Gary Thompson up. Gary batting 338, having a great year with 2 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Claudel in right field. And there's quickly 2 down. And Fred's up. And Stanley, he's batting a $195 with a homer and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Orta. The Yankees go down 1-2-3. To the bottom of the second we go. Donario is up, and Bill's batting 254. He's got 9 homers, 32 RBIs. He'll be followed by Washington and Colburn. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Nettles. And Nettles normally short-handed. Bobbles this one. That's going to be an E5. The leadoff runner is going to get aboard here for Claudel Washington. Washington only batting a $185 since coming over in the trade. When did he come over? Let's see when his first game was. Because he got traded from the Rangers in his first game over here. Was in May. Came over in May. So not long. Yep. So Washington at the plate, runner on first, nobody out. And that's just going to be a lazy fly ball out to left field for out number 1. Now you got Colburn up. Yankees looking for a ground ball maybe to get out of this. Colburn's only had 4 plate appearances, but he's batting .500 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Heath makes the catch for out number 2. Now Cruz is up. And Cruz is batting .300 on the year with a homer and 10 RBIs. Yeah, John Sterling died this week too, correct. Both of them. John used to be a Braves announcer back in the rotten years. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left, and that'll end inning. The leadoff error goes nowhere. It's a nothing game as we go to the top of the third. With the bottom part of the order due up here. Heath, Doyle, and then back to Rivers. See the team comparisons. The Yankees 62-29. They've struck out 432 batters, walked 241, given up 136 doubles, 24 triples. The White Sox trying to stay above 500 here. 46-45. They've struck out 329 batters, walked 280, given up 130 doubles and 28 triples. And here's the pitch to Heath. And that's going to be a ground ball down the bell. He fires over the first, and there's 1 down. Brian Doyle's up now. Brian's only batting .097. And limited play with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Bill takes it himself for out number 2. 2 quick outs here. Rivers started this game off with a single and stole second. Here's the pitch to Mickey. And that's going to be another base hit. Mickey, with the only 2 hits in this ball game, that'll be a single in the left field, and he's going to take off again. Try to get in scoring position for White. And again, it'll be a 30, so it's a 56, isn't it? Yep, 56 or lower, he's safe. And he's in there with another stolen base. So Mickey's doing highway robbery. So he gets in the scoring position for White. And Roy, he flew out to right field his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. I think it's back to the mound. And it is. Francisco's up with it. Now to end the inning. And again, Mickey gets stranded at second. To the bottom of the third we go. Still no score. You got the bottom part of the order due up here. Kissinger, Bell, and then back to the top. And here's the pitch to Kissinger. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jim. He's got it over to Chambliss, and there's one out. Yeah, would have been cool, wouldn't it? I agree with you. Yep. And Bell's up, and Bell's first appearance of the year. And in 1978, Bell hit 191 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bell. And that's going to be ground ball down the third. Nettles has got this one cleanly this time. Fires over the first, and there's quickly 2 outs here in the third. We're back to the top of the order, and Bob. Bob struck out his first time up. And he's going to strike out again. Jim has 2 strikeouts, and both of them's been Bob. That ends the inning. To the top of the fourth we go. You got the big boys coming up here for the Yankees. Munson, Chambliss, and Nettles. And Munson 0 for 1 today. You see the Yankees are batting .273 on the year with a .326 on base percentage. Slugging .413 with a .740 OPS. Well, White Sox are batting .269 with a .329 on base percentage. Slugging .418 with an OPS of .746. And that's going to be a base hit. Maybe not a 12. A 12 and an 8. Better check. Yep, that's barely a base hit in left field. So Munson's aboard here with the leadoff single. The first batter besides Rivers to get a hit. Leadoff batter aboard here for Chambliss. And Chambliss batting 0 for 1 today. Flew out to right. That's a ground ball down the short. They'll get the lead runner, but Chambliss will beat the relay throw. So that'll be a 6-4 put out. Now you got Chambliss down at first for Nettles. And Nettles is 0 for 1 grounded out. And that's not what the Braves wanted. That's a tailor-made double play. Hit down the second. Over to short, over to first. And that'll end the inning. 4-6-3 double play. Leadoff batter goes nowhere. And to the bottom of the fourth we go with the 2-3-4 hitters due up here. Gar, Orta, and Nording. And Ralph, he's 0 for 1, flew out the left. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Bryan at second for out number 1. Orta comes to the plate. And he's 0 for 1 grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bryan at second again. And there's 2 quick outs. And here comes Bill. And Bill's 0 for 1. Reached on an error. The Nettles error first time up. And that's another ground ball down to Bryan. 1, 2, 3 goes the White Sox. We're still looking for a run. It's not nothing as we go to the top of the fifth with Thompson, Stanley, and Heath due up. Gary 0 for 1 today. Not anymore. He squares this one up. See where this one lands at in Chicago land. And that ball is blasted into right field for a leadoff double. Can the Yankees finally cash in here? Leadoff runner in scoring position with Fred up. Fred's 0 for 1 grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Orta calls for it. Makes the catch. And there is now 1 down. Can Mike Heath deliver here? Heath is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, the first strikeout of the game for Francisco. Now there's two down and the runner still at second. We'll take a 2-out hit by Brian to get him in. Brian grounded out the first, his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll end the inning. The leadoff double stays put. And it's still nothing as we go to the bottom of the fifth. You got Washington due up here, followed by Colburn and Cruz. Washington 0 for 1 today. Not anymore. Claudel squares this one up. Where's this one going to land here in Comiskey Park? And that's going to be a double in the right field, so the White Sox get a leadoff double. Can they take advantage of it, unlike the Yankees, and get the first run here? Or can Beattie pitch around it? And Mike is 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Jim. Now there's 1 out. Runner still down at second for Cruz now. And Cruz is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Yes, out to left field. And that should be fielding column 2. And it is. That's going to be first on air. Gary makes an error in E7. And now you got runners on the corners and 1 out. Yankees going to play back for the double play. Try to get out of this mess with nobody scoring. And Kessinger is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher's first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 12. And that's going to be a pop-up down. Nope, that's going to be a shallow. That's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And that might be deep enough to get Washington with his speed in. 51, and that'll be fielding column number 3, I'm sure. Yep, so that might be deep enough. No, he's got the Y. That's the old strikeout. Old Jim needed that. Struck him out. Good job by Jim with that Y. Now there's 2 outs. Runners on first and third. And Bell's up. He's 0 for 1. And they're going to get out of this mess. That's a ground ball down to Fred at short. 33's fielding column number 2. And he'll go to short way over to second. And that'll end the inning. The White Sox strand 2. Get a runner down the third. They're the first team to get a runner down 90 feet away. But it's still nothing. So we go to the top of the 6th. And he's got the top of the order here. Rivers, White, and Munson. Mickey is 2 for 2 with 2 stolen bases. And they finally get him out. That's a fly ball out to Claudel for out number 1. White comes to the plate now. And White's 0 for 2. He has flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And now there's quickly 2 down here in the 6th. Can Munson do something? He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Yankees go down in order. To the bottom of the 6th we go. And he's got the top of the order due up here. Bob, Ralph, and Orta. Bob is 0 for 2, struck out both times. Not this time. That's going to be against already a 10. And that's going to be a leadoff base hit in the left field. So they get the leadoff batter aboard again. Ralph Garr's up now. And Ralph is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be another base hit. That's going to be a single in the right field. And with nobody out, they're not going to chance it here. They're going to hold up in a nothing ball game. Don't need a runner getting thrown out at third. So now you got first and second. Orta up. He is grounded out twice. The Yankees would love to see a ground ball double play here, and they're not. They're going to see probably another base hit. That's what they're going to see, and that's exactly what they're going to see. That's going to be a single in the left field. Single in the left field, and that's going to probably be deep enough to get the runner in and break the tie. So three hits in a row. That'll be a 57. So now the question is, will Ralph make it down the? He's going to stop at second. So that's going to be an RBI single. And now it's a 1-0 ball game. And you still got first and second for Bill. Jim having trouble here in the sixth after 5 shutout innings. Gives up a run and still nobody out. Bill is 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. And that's not going to be deep enough to get Ralph over, I don't think. Munson doesn't have a very great arm, though. Let's see here. We'll check. No way that's going to be deep enough. Nope. That's a fly ball out to right. Now there's 1 out. A ground ball double play gets the Yankees out dismissed with only 1 run scoring. Washington doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be against the righty. A 9. And that's going to be popped up out in shallow left center field. Rivers makes the catch and the runner will stay put. Now there's 2 down from Mike Colburn. And Mike is 0 for 2. He is popped up and struck out. Excuse me, and he's going to probably bust this game open. That'll be a 13 and a 7. And yep, that's going to be another single in the left field. And that'll score Gar. Now with 2 outs, Orta might be able to get down to third. I doubt it. 38. Nope, he's going to stop at second. So that's another RBI single. Still runners into first and second, and they double their fun, double their lead with double mint gum. It's now 2-0, and Cruz is up. He's 0 for 2. Did reach on an error his last time up. Yeah, I did have a pitcher's duel going. Yeah, it did. And that's finally going to be the final out. That's a ground ball down the second. Actually, it's going to be a pop-up down the second. And that'll end the inning. But the White Sox score 2, take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 7th. You got Chambliss, Nettles, and Thompson due up at the lefties. Can they make some noise here? And let's see. So Chris is 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded into a fielder's choice. And now on 8 against I got 11, 13. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Nice catch by Cruz. And there's 1 down. Now Nettles comes to the plate. And Nettles is 0 for 2, grounded into a double play his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Francisco is pitching today, folks. See the White Sox upcoming schedule. They got 2 more games here in Chicago against the Yankees. Then the Brewers come to town for 2 games. And then Oakland comes to town. Gary's got 1 of the 4 hits for the Yanks. He's got a double. And that's going to be a... That's going to be another single, this one in the left field. So that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And Fred Stanley. And Stanley, he is 0 for 2. He is grounded out and popped up. They're going to have Fred swing away here. See what happens. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second. And I think that's going to be an error. That's going to be an error. And the runner's going to get down to third. That's going to be an E4. An E4. And the runner's going to get down the third. So the Yankees in business here with Mike Heath. Can they finally cash in and get on the board here? First and third, two out. Take advantage of this error. Heath is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. And nope. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. He's going to fire over to first, and the Yankees strand two. And we go to the seventh inning stretch. Yankees trailing 2-0. See the American League strikeout leaders and batters. You got Gary Alexander with 96 strikeouts. Dwight Evans with 71, and Reggie on the Yankees here with 70. Rice with 66, and Bobby Bonds with 63. Kessinger's 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. He'll be followed by Bell and Bob. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Jim strikes him out for out number 1. And Bell comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Chambliss for out number 2. And it brings up Bob. Bob is 1 for 3. He singled and came around to score the first run of the game. And he's going to square this one up. See where this one lands. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is it going to go is the question here. And nope, he's a G, not an H. Kiss it goodbye. Bob has just made this a 3-0 ball game. So Ralph Garr comes to the plate now. And Ralph is 1 for 3, singled and came around to score in the 6th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jim bounces back, gets the strikeout, but gives up the homer. We go to the 8th. Yankees trailing by 3. And Francisco is pitching one hell of a game here. He's got Doyle, and then we're back to Rivers and White at the top of the order. Brian 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Brian out for out number 1. Mickey's one of the few Yankees having a good game. He's 2 for 3 with 2 stolen bases. And then that's going to be a ground ball down the order. Now it'll be out number 2. Can White get on base here and get the Yankees on the scoreboard? White is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a... Now, how many innings is that? That is 10 and 17. That's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And that'll end the inning, folks. The Yankees go down in order to the bottom of the 8th. And that's going to be it for Jim. Who's going to come on here? You got a lefty, a righty, and a lefty due up. And so Sparky's going to come out. Sparky's going to come out and try to keep this a 3-0 ball game. This is Sparky's 26th appearance of the year. He's 2 and 3 with 5 saves and a 4.17 ERA. He's got Orta, Nordine, and Washington. And Orta 1 for 3 with an RBIs last time up. And against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit in the left field. White Sox got the leadoff batter aboard here. And Bill's up now, and Bill is 0 for 3. He's reached on an error, grounded out, and flown out. And that's probably going to be another base hit. Ain't this crazy? Against a 5. Yep, that's going to be a base hit. in the left field, and just like that, the White Sox are threatening to add to this lead. Caldell Washington's up now, first and second. Nobody out. Washington's 1 for 3 with a double in this game. He's flown out to left and center. And that's going to be 16. And that's another base hit. Fills the bases. 3 straight hits, folks. And the bases are full of White Sox. Yankees are going to have to bring the infield in. And Sparky can't get the job done here, it looks like. And it's his game. His game one way or the other here. Mike is 1 for 3 with an RBI his last time up, infield in. And a 5. And that's going to be a single over first. And Bill's going to stop at third. And it's now 4-0. And Sparky has given up 4 straight hits, folks. Cruz is at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Infield still in. And finally, they get a fly ball out to left field. That's not going to be deep enough to score Bill. So that's a fly out. 1 down finally. And the Yankees are now going to play back for the double play. Kessinger is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Can they turn 2? Can they turn 2? And that's going to be fielding column 3. I doubt it. And that's going to be out at first. Runners advance 1 base. So it's a 6-3 put out. And now it's a 5-0 game. And Bell comes to the plate. And Bell is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and flown out. And that's a swing and a miss. And that'll end the inning. But the White Sox add 2 more runs. Take a 5-0 lead into the top of the 9th. You got the big boys coming up. You got Munson, Chambliss, and Nettles. Francisco pitching a shutout here on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. Munson's 1 for 3. He's got 1 of those 5 hits. He did strike out his last time up. Here's the pitch to Munson. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a ground ball down the short for out number 1. Chris Chambliss comes to the plate now. And Chris, he is 0 for 3. Flown out twice and grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the bell. And the Yankees are down to their last out. Craig Nettles at the plate. Nettles is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice, struck out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the bell. And that's your ball game, folks. Nice job by Francisco. Shuts out the Yankees. Take a look here at the box score. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see a shutout coming from these 2 pitchers. And it was a good pitching duel until the 6th inning here. And this is probably the complete game shutout the Star is. Yep, in his second complete game in his first shutout. So the White Sox, 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The Yankees, no runs, 5 hits and 2 errors. Mickey Rivers and Gary Thompson had 2 hits. The Yankees, look at that, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on base. Everybody but Cruz and Kessinger had a hit. Molinaro had 2. Orta had 2. Washington had 2. Colburn had 2. White Sox were 4 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Molinaro had the homer. They left 7 men on base. Jim drops to 6 and 3, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, no walks, struck out 6 and gave up a homer. Sparky came in, did not do well. 1 inning, 4 hits, 2 runs, struck out 1. And like I say, Francisco Boris goes to 5-11, 9 innings, 5 hits, no runs, and 4 strikeouts. Didn't walk a single batter either. Good job. Good job. Take a look here at the rest of the American League. Mariners and Indians. And the Indians win. What's the star for? Had 4 errors, the Mariners did. Indians 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. The Mariners 2 runs, 8 hits, and 4 errors. Angels and Tigers. And the Angels beat up on the Tigers. 13 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. Tigers 3 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors. They got a doubleheader here. Can the Angels sweep them? Yes, they do. Big difference in this game. See what the star's for. Bellingham throws a complete game in the loss. The Angels 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. The Tigers 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. Red Sox and Kansas City, you got Eck on the mound going up against Spearoff. Can the Kansas City Royals help the Yankees out here? And Kansas City does help them out. Kansas City 5 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. Red Sox 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. And you got Baltimore taking on the Twins. Baltimore trying to get the 500 here. Knock the Twins back to 500. Baltimore's been playing good ball since the All-Star break. They need to. They got off to a terrible start, but the Twins win. 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Orioles 4 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. Now you got the Brewers taking on the Rangers. And the Rangers win 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Brewers 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. And then you got a double hitter here in Toronto. The A's and Blue Jays will be the final 2 games here. See what happens in game number 1. And the A's take game 1, 8-4 on 10 hits, no errors, and the Jays 7 hits and no errors. Can the A's sweep the doubleheader here in Toronto? National League West on this day is beating up on the East. American League East and West, rather. And the A's sweep the doubleheader. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and the Blue Jays 6 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard. Cleveland was the only American League East team to win. Yankees are still 8.5 games up on the Tigers. The Red Sox are now 9 games back. The Brewers are 13, the Orioles 17, Blue Jays 20, and the Cleveland Indians are 21.5 games back. The Rangers are still a half a game up on the Twins and White Sox. Angels are 3 games back. Kansas City 3.5. The A's are 5.5, and Seattle 20.5. Jim Rice is still leading the American League in everything with 349 average, 28 homers, and 88 RBIs. John Hiller for the Tigers with a 1.9 ERA. Ed Figueroa with 14 wins on the year, and the Goose with 24 saves. Jim Rice is leading in MVP voting, and Ed Figueroa leading in the Cy Young. See what the pitching matchup in game number 2 of this 3-game series looks like. I don't know if it's going to match game number 1's pitching match. That's for sure. And you got Catfish Hunter going up against Wilburwood. I want to thank Aaron Reed for stopping by and letting me know about Ted Turner. Did not know Ted Turner passed away at the age of 87. And if you're new to the channel and haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of the ballpark, it doesn't cost a dime, it helps the channel out. Hit that like button and bell. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.